Arjun and Ananya sat across from each other on the metro train. The wind howled outside as the train sped through the city. Ananya's voice broke through the hum of travelers. Is happiness something we chase or something we create? She asked, her fingers toying with a small notebook in her lap. Arjun looked up, puzzled by her sudden philosophical question. Arjun was having one of those days when nothing seemed to go right. His presentation at work had flopped. His phone had died when he needed it most. And now the overcrowded metro felt like it was pressing the weight of his failures into his chest. Ananya, his childhood best friend, noticed his furrowed brow and the silence that hung between them. It wasn't like him. You look like the world is throwing rocks at you today, she said lightly. It is, Arjun mumbled, barely glancing at her. Nothing is going right. I just want to be happy, but I don't think I know how anymore. Ananya tilted her head. You think happiness just lands on people? She opened her notebook and handed it to him. The pages were filled with scribbles, small notes, doodles, and lists. He frowned and skimmed the words. Morning coffee on the balcony, one note said. Helping the old woman next door, read another. Laughing until my stomach hurt last Saturday. What is this? Arjun asked, confused. Things I am grateful for, Ananya explained. Every day I write down at least 3 things that made me feel good. It doesn't matter how small. Arjun closed the book, shaking his head. Sounds childish. How does this solve real problems? Gratitude doesn't pay bills or fix bad presentations. Not everything has to fix something, she countered gently. Sometimes it's about shifting your focus. When you only look at what's going wrong, that's all you will see. Doubt clouded his mind. Could such simple activity make any difference? The train announced their next stop, and as the doors opened, an old man entered, shuffling under the weight of shopping bags. He stumbled slightly, and without hesitation, Ananya stood up and offered her seat. She smiled as he thanked her. Why would you do that? Arjun asked. Why not? Isn't it nice to help someone? She replied. As the train moved on, Arjun found himself reflecting on her words. Back at home that evening, he hesitated before pulling out a spare notebook from his desk drawer. He wrote, Ananya sharing her notebook today. The stranger who smiled when I held the elevator for him this morning. This warm cup of tea before bed. He frowned, feeling almost silly, but the next day he wrote 3 more things, then another 3 the day after that. Slowly a pattern formed. A week later, Ananya looked up, surprised, as Arjun handed her a notebook of his own during their train ride. I started, he admitted. It's small stuff, but you're right. It's helping. It keeps me from getting lost in the negative. Ananya grinned, her eyes flickering with warmth. See, gratitude is like anchoring yourself, reminding you that even in the chaos, there is always a reason to hope. From then on, Arjun's days did not become magically perfect, but they became lighter, filled with moments of mindfulness and appreciation. It wasn't the world that had changed, it was him. The power of gratitude had taught him that happiness is not a destination, it's a perspective.